So I've come over to the North Quays, the massive development over here at Ferrybank. This is going to change the dynamic of this entire area for many generations. We're now going to see a number of different aspects of what is actually happening on the North Quays. Anton, how are you?
Afternoon, Damien.
Thanks very much for having me. What are we looking at here and where are we going to be going? This is part of the transport hub first.
At the moment we're standing at what will be the new front entrance to the transport hub. To my right here will be where the front entrance steps will be, and just to the left of them is the new lift shaft, which will take you up onto the concourse level to buy the tickets and to have a seated waiting area, which is where we'll head next.
So what's been happening here? The train tracks have been kept open.
The train tracks had been kept open and the train was on this side of the tracks while the platform that you see in front of you there on the left was being built. And last weekend Irish Rail came in and they spent the weekend and they moved in new tracks on the left hand side, so that now the platform on the right hand side as you look through here can be built. So when the train pulls in, it'll pull in here underneath the station building itself. People will discharge onto the platforms and then you can get up through the concourse and the ticket office and down to the outside.
And if the Rosslare line is reopened ever in the past or in the future, it will be available there as well.
It will be available. There are two tracks here right the way through.
Perfect. And the bus station is going to stay there, the depot?
The bus station stays there. There was some land transfer done with Bus Éireann, so some of the front of that bus station that you're looking at there now, that will become part of a coach set down area in front of the transport hub here.
So now, Damien, we've come up onto the concourse level. So when you arrive at the train station, the front entrance will be to my right here. You'll come in through the front doors. You'll have a double height space here with lots of natural ventilation and air coming in from the top. The ticket office will be located here in front of us, and the public seated waiting area is this open space here next to the feature window. If then you get your train, you will head to one of either the north platform or the south platform lift and staircases, which will bring you down to the platforms underneath.
And glass paneling here?
No, this side here is various plant rooms, office administration rooms. So this area won't be open to the public. It'll have a corridor of rooms against this face of the building here. So primarily the public space is this here in front of us with the large window to the right.
What am I looking at here?
The left hand side is the platform under construction. You can see the edge of it is built. The bases are in for the lighting communication columns, and then that will all be filled in and surfaced. On the right hand side, the platforms have yet to be built. They're due to be started in the next couple of weeks. And you can see in the distance that little bridge there. That bridge is getting demolished this weekend because it's too narrow for the modern gauge of trains on these tracks, and it'll be replaced with the pedestrian bridge, which lines up exactly with the sustainable transport bridge that comes across the river. And then from there down along the front of the station on the right hand side here, there's a covered walkway which will take you down to the front of the station.
So in the distance you can see the clock tower. You see the heights there. Christy, what am I going to be seeing here now?
We're walking out to the first support pier in the middle of the river. It's called Pier B. So this is Grid Line A, and then we're walking out to Pier B, which is approximately 30 metres out into the river. So we're going out to Coffer Dam now, and when we get there, probably these piles here are 15 metres down to bedrock, and you're deep water and probably 3 metres below the current river level. So the guys are working below river level at the moment.
What am I looking at here now?
So this is the Coffer Dam. It's constructed out of steel piles. So it's called a combi wall, pile wall. So you have tubular steel piles, which are the main structure of that form the main structure, and then in between the tubes you've got sheet piles. The tubular piles are 15 metres long. They extend into bedrock by about we drove them into bedrock by about 3 metres, and then the sheet piles only go to river bed level. The sheet piles combined with the tubes keep the water from flooding into the Coffer Dam, and then we have a pump in the Coffer Dam just keeping it dry so that the guys can build the concrete foundations. So currently we're forming the foundation, or the pier base, that's going to support the pier stem that ultimately supports the bridge. So the operatives at the moment are forming formwork so that we can tie steel, and ultimately we'll pour concrete down to the base here, which will be suspended on this frame and on these piles. After that then we will form a pier stem that's kind of trapezoid in feature. It will come to roughly about this level where we're standing, and then the bridge will sit on top of this pier. So we're roughly at the bottom, our heads will be touching the bottom of the bridge if we're standing here now.
Is it a complex or quite a simple engineering project?
No, it's a very complex engineering project. We're having to deal with many facets of engineering. You know, the bridge itself weighs 1,000 tons, so it needs to be supported vertically, but we're working below water. So we have all this pressure from the water building outside the Coffer Dam, and to keep the guys safe, the walkways we're on here are actually structural. They're called whaler beams with these struts, and the forces of the water are pushing against the side of the Coffer Dam, and we have to keep the guys safe when they're inside. So that's the idea of these big steel frames here.
These are the access walkways out. From a sustainability point of view, have utilised jib sections that were due to go into the scrap yard. So we reutilised them, got a design carried out on them and re-strengthened them up. Used them for easy and safe access out to each of the Coffer Dams.
So in terms of the pylons as well and the sections, the main sections are now done?
Yeah, all the Coffer Dams are done. So what you're seeing is permanent works. These piles we build here inside in this. You'll see it when we go out, you'll see the construction works inside. And then once we've completed all the works inside the Coffer Dam, we reflood it and we cut off all these piles then below low water level. And then the rest of the pile that's remaining stays in place as part of the permanent works.
This is what they call the North Abutment. This will be the landing spot for the bridge on the north side of the river. The bridge itself, when it comes over, will be about 5 metres above where we're standing here, and it'll be incorporated built into the North Quays development when it's going out along here.
Okay, so it'll be 4 or 5 metres higher than what we're looking at here.
Yeah, it's in order to keep the bridge out of a floodplain, allowing for global warming and sea rises and everything. That's the new design level that things have to be built to in Waterford.
So you're looking at a dock road here at the moment. There's an old railway bridge here in front of you.
That's going to be demolished?
Which is actually going to be demolished this weekend. We're going to build a new western footbridge, as we call it. So it'll just be at the end of the platform. The end of the railway platforms are just here in front of us, actually. Yeah. So really, when this is developed, when you're up there on Dock Road, we'll be coming over the footbridge, and you'll see straight through to this, over the sustainable transport bench, the clock tower, in a new one, Strand Street, and we'll have a plaza here in the middle. Harcourt's, of course, going to come along. They are proposing a hotel, let's say just to the right as you come onto the plaza, and then the residential blocks and the parked hotel just to your left. So really at the moment where we're standing here, we're on Harcourt side here at the moment. So the building line, you can see the railway line here, platforms in front of you, train station. So there will be an urban street coming along here, and basically we are almost here standing in one of the residential blocks at the back of one of the residential blocks. So that's the layout.